Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Christine, and today I'm going to be sharing all of the things that I've been making lately, which is about over the last 2 months. It's been a while since I've done this type of video, so I do have quite a bit to share. I'm also going to give you a sneak peek of my newest pattern that I'm working on and hopefully get your help on button choices. I'm going to start with a couple pairs of underwear that I made. So back in March, I taught a class called Luxe Undies at Sew Expo. It's also part of my online course, Luxe Loungewear. And I just wanted to show you this pair. I did the lace insets on the side, but I found these charms at a jewelry supply store. And I thought they were so cute on the underwear. They're actually little charms for necklaces, but they're so lightweight and so flat that they work really nicely as a little decoration for the underwear. These are my Sutton pattern. So this pair, I loved this print. It's so pretty. I actually have a t-shirt cut out of this print. It's a really soft jersey knit. So I just need to sew up the t-shirt, but this pair with the fold over elastic. Also at Sew Expo in March, I taught a class called How to Make a T-Shirt Using Only Your Serger. So I made quite a few t-shirts during class, but I wanted to show you this one in particular because I did use the flat lock stitch for the hem, which is one of the techniques that I teach. It's the flat lock stitch stretches and gives you like a pseudo cover stitch finish on your hem using only your serger. But we were using the Baby Lock, I believe the Eclipse model, that you can switch into a cover stitch. And so I actually used the cover stitch for the sleeve hem, which was really, really, really cool. This t-shirt is just fabric, a knit that I had found at Joann's. I love the print, but also I really love using the cover stitch machine. The next one you might have already seen in another video, but I've been experimenting working with some of my vintage linens. And so this is my Carnegie Robe pattern, and I used one of my linens. It was a fairly small square piece that I used each side for the sleeves. And then I used the little squares I had left over for little pockets. Next up, you might have already seen the Van Damme, my new pattern, the dress and the top. I have been wearing the heck out of the tops, especially this white one, back to jeans. It's so comfortable. I love the upper arm coverage that it has. So this one is a viscose print that came from my local fabric store. And then this one is a cotton with the polka dots in it. This one came from Minerva. I really love this fabric, and it comes in like 18 colors, I think. So I'll link it below. I think it's definitely a good cotton poplin for any summer like blouse. It's really beautiful. And then the other two, this was just like $1.99 polyester taffeta that I found at my local fabric store that I made this dress out of. And then this is a viscose also from Minerva. I haven't been wearing the dresses yet as much as the tops, just because it's still a little bit cold for sleeveless dresses, but these are definitely going to be getting a lot of wear come summer. The next one you might have also seen is my hack of my Rivington t-shirt pattern, which is also this same pattern. But I did a hack. I have a video. I'll link it in whatever corner. But I omitted the sleeves and I added the sleeve bands. I made the neckline a bit more narrow, the neck band. And I lengthened it into a maxi dress and added a couple slits on the side. Next up is my Essex dress that I repurposed an old duvet cover to make. You might have seen this in my fabric haul video, but I wanted to show you the inside. So I finished the back neckline with this piece of neon bias tape, which I think the colors aren't quite showing up as they are in real life. I think the neon really works with the orange and the pink. And I love it. It's one of those details that only I get to see. I love those kind of details that are just for us. So I've worn this a couple times around the city, actually just with sneakers. And it just makes a really great lunch dress or coffee dress or going shopping. And I really, really love the softness of the fabric from the duvet cover. Next up is another Essex dress that I made out of this beautiful Minerva viscose challis. So this is one of their exclusive prints. I will link it below. I think that this fabric is absolutely just so gorgeous. The colors and the quality. I love their viscoses. They press really nicely. They do fray just a bit and are, you know, like a viscose, a little bit slippery to work with, but overall totally worth the, you know, the fidgetiness of it to sew. This one I also did the neon band, and I did, this is the Minerva Maker little tag. So I just popped that in the neckline there for a really professional finish. I really love the way the neon looks with this print. But this one, just like my duvet Essex dress, I can wear with my Birkenstocks or, you know, other little sandals for just a casual, you know, kind of lunch dress or going shopping. Of course, pockets. And this one I did with the puff sleeve. I actually shortened it just a bit. You can see the difference because the viscose was very drapey. So the sleeves were just kind of like losing, they were kind of falling like a little flat. And so I did shorten them a bit so they're just like a nice, nice puff. And if you haven't seen them, I made these really cool denim upcycled earrings. I absolutely love these. They are light as air in your ear. I do have a video how I made them, and I'm serious, they are like the most fun earrings. Next thing I want to show you is a quilt I made back in March with my mom when I was in Seattle for the Sew Expo. My mom is a big quilter. She has a long arm machine, so quilting with her is so much fun. And one of her friends, Jan, had given her a couple of kits for these style of quilts. So this one is called, it's the Quilt of G's Bend. And this particular pattern is called the Lazy Girl quilt. So the original quilt was made by Queenie Petway, and that was in her quilt inspired the design for this particular kit. I backed the quilt with this houndstooth type of flannel. It's super, super soft. And you can kind of see the quilt pattern. It's like kind of like my earrings, a very geometric, fun, just, you know, very simple quilt pattern. But I felt that the simplicity of the quilting pattern really went nicely with the quilt and, you know, the simplicity of the actual quilt itself. So this was really fun to make. Love all the different colors. Okay, are you ready for a sneak peek of my new pattern? All right, so this is a new pajama set that I've been working on. This is just one of the samples. So it's actually made from an old sheet that I had found and decided to use for these pajamas. So it's super, super, super soft. So we have the little shorts. There's also a pant version. You can see I don't have any buttons on this one yet. And so I was hoping that maybe you could help me decide on which ones. I have 3 different options here. All of these I raided from my mom's stash, and they're also, I guess you would say, vintage. So the first are these, just a really simple white, kind of transparent, creamy kind of ones. These are Novette is the brand. Really beautiful card design. And I think the buttons are very, you know, they'll be really nice, very simple and classic. So that's option 1. The next option is a little fancier. We have, these are the Streamline brand, and will it focus? Yeah, so these are, they have a little pearl in the center with the gold on the outside. And I thought, those could be kind of she la la. And then the third option is by La Mode. These are kind of a pearly type of button. So these ones have the, you know, like the shank style whereas the first ones have the actual 2 holes to sew them in. I don't know, let me know below which ones you would choose, option 1, 2, or 3. And yeah, I'm gonna be able to share more about this pattern soon. I absolutely love these pajamas, so really excited about this new pajama pattern coming soon. I love this style of video of getting to share everything I made, and I definitely recommend that if you have the feeling of like, I don't get to sew enough as much as I want to, this process of kind of gathering some of the things that you've made lately can definitely help to kind of satisfy that feeling of I never get to sew. But once you kind of look at the things that you have actually made, you realize, wow, I do sew quite a bit. So if you liked this video, hit the like button on your way out and consider subscribing to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And I'll see you next time. Bye.